talk about why the arts aren't just a hobby.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. So I don't know about you, but when you grow up, when I'm little, everyone's like, oh, have you got? Are they doing a club? Are they going to a little club? Are they doing a hobby? Oh yeah, my daughter goes dancing, so it's in the club. Or we have singing lessons, we have piano lessons. I do drums. Oh, that's fun. Or it's seen as an add-on to life, and it's seen as a hobby. Through even at school, we go to school, it's like, oh, it's Wednesday afternoon, we get to get the maracas out, or the glockenspiels, or the whatever. Do you remember it from school? Like
the recorders.
The recorders. The percussion bit came out, or everyone's like, oh, we're going to do dance this afternoon in PE. It's not seen as a sport and valued as an exercise. It's seen as a special treat to do dance, tagged on sort of thing. So the arts have got this kind of perception that it's an extracurricular, it's an add-on.
Yeah, it's not.
No. The arts, fundamentally, for me, are a gateway to so many different skills. They're a gateway to so many different skill sets that you can take into life, you can recall on, you can share.
Can we strip it back even
Oh
further
yeah,
than
go
that?
for it.
Before we even look at the impact it has on everything else, can I just say that the arts industry in the UK is over £1 billion bringing into the UK every year. It's one of the biggest grossing areas of industry in the country. But it's just a hobby. I just need to put that out there, because that is the thing that I always put on my chest.
But the people visit Britain for the arts, the heritage, the culture, which fundamentally is based on all the arts. Yeah. So it's like that with different countries a little bit, but for Britain a lot. Everybody comes because of the arts. They come to London. Americans come to London. We're going to go watch a show as well. They go to here. We're going to go to an art gallery. We're going to go to
a
here.
concert. We're going to go to a gig. We're going to go. There's so much
music around the world. Most of the language, a lot of English spoken pop songs out there that transverse all the countries.
Engineering and design, where do those come from? Yes, you've got the mathematics and things in there, but fundamentally, creative arts.
Yep, it's the creativity to problem solve it to get there. So for us, you'd know this anyway, because we do this every day. The arts are more than an add-on. They are fundamental to developing skills for life and empowering others, and lots and lots and lots of things. So yeah, we thought we'd share a little story with you, just a quick one as example. We're not going to chat for long today about this. We're just stating the fact. No, the arts aren't a hobby.
No, they're not.
They're not an add-on.
No, they're not.
They're not an extracurricular activity. They can be for fun, but they shouldn't be pigeonholed and just put there. They have a right to stand up against all the other subjects. We could go down the whole argument about all the funding cuts and all the lack of courses on offer and all of that, but it just makes us too sad. So we're not going to today. So we're going to share a little inspiring story about one of Becky's students, who I think kind of sums up why the arts aren't just an add-on, an extracurricular.
So this is a student who's come to me later on in life. He's a doctor, worked for the Navy, still goes out and does training for that, even though he's partially retired. And as well as doing singing, because we're helping him gain the confidence to be in a choir and understand what his role is within the choir, we also talk about the theory, and we look at all sorts. I love our sessions because they get quite intellectual at times, and we look at things in various different ways. It's not just always about the singing. And the other week we were talking and he went, Becky, the more I talk with you and the more I start to understand music and voice and the things that we're doing, the more I realise what the connection is with maths. And that came out of his mouth just as that. And
she had a real chuckle and a little dance inside when that happened.
Oh no, I didn't do that inside. That was it. That was
a
proper like that.
Oh,
it was an online session as well,
Brilliant.
so it was me just doing like this. Which is true. And so that's one of them from a current student. But I also want to go into something that I explain with people that come on our Step into Employment course. So there's a story in there as well. So I used to manage serviced offices in London. We had a hedge fund company back in the day, and as networking you go out for lunches with your customers and clients, and we sat down one day over lunch and we were talking CVs and skill sets, and he turned around to me and went, if I have two CVs, which are pretty much the same, and the people come in to interview and they're still pretty much on the same, I look at their interests and their skill sets, and he goes, if one of them has anything that is related to music or the creative arts, and the other one doesn't, I will go for the person that does, because all the other skill sets that I know, that will bring into my company.
And I've seen that and heard that from so many different employers across the years. This is a standard thing because people know, it brings so much, it opens so many doors.
So many. It's that ethos, it's that mindset, it's what you can bring to the team, all of that side of things. So yeah, the arts could be a hobby. We show they're not. We have a business that is around that. There is an industry worth billions globally, let alone just in the UK. And it just impacts so many other areas.
And I think for me, one story I've had recently is a young girl who I've been working with, and nobody really knows what we do in our sessions. So I go into a school to work with them, and then they always go, "Oh, it's so amazing." And for the first time, this young person was able to go, "I've never been able to express how I feel. I feel better because I've been able to express myself through arts." So that power of communication that it is, that outlet in, that little hook, the way it opens doors for people to feel good about themselves, and that positivity and joy and all those lovely other fluffy things we could talk about. But ultimately, it's not an add-on, it's a skill, and it's such an integral skill to society.
Oh, yes.
And to business, and to growth, and to development, and to inventions, you know, the list can go on. So we'll get off our soapbox because we'll bore you for hours. The arts aren't an add-on.
No, they're needed.
They're needed. End of. We'll see you next time. Bye.